Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Currently in the process trying to do a little tutorial of a cheap thermal paste replacement on a budget computer I got for a really good price. I got it, currently has a thermal throttle issue or overheating, and the battery does not charge. It holds a small charge but it doesn't hold it. Currently in the process of trying to disassemble this entire laptop to be able to do the thermal paste replacement. And I will say, while I'm in the process of showing you it all in the background, it's definitely a challenging process to say the least. Here's a little bit of the before to show you what that looks like when I just got the computer to test it to see what was possibly wrong with it and what I can do to improve the overall performance. Wasn't horrible, but it definitely had the thermal throttle issue on the CPU more than anything, so that's probably the main thing I'll be trying to tackle in this video. Yeah, I know this is taking a little bit longer, but I recorded the entire process of me doing it, so I sped this up times 12 to make it fit in this 8-minute video, so you can kind of see what I did through the process of trying to repair this computer. It's definitely longer than I expected to do, because most of the computers I worked on take less than, I would say, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how easy you are to work on anything, really. Come from woodworking or just taking your time to learn how to replace the hard drive in it. It's usually not that hard. As you can tell in this computer, it was actually relatively easy to get to the RAM, the battery, and the hard drive in here compared to it is just to do the thermal paste replacement on it. Found quite surprising, but yeah, every computer is a little different, ain't it? Well, alright. Well, I had to skip through that little fiasco of me trying to take the plastic piece off from the main board. There was a lot of wires and stuff that was in the way that I had to try to move and adjust things around, just like that little charging piece I showed right there. That was a pain in the butt for me to try to figure out, because there's a lot of different wires in between that split design of a chassis, I guess you can call it. Finally got it apart though. It definitely took a lot longer than I anticipated. Forgot to mention, as I'm here taking off the heatsink of the motherboard, this is me redoing the shot to show you guys what it looks like inside of it, because I got ahead of myself trying to do this entire process. So here it is, and hopefully it doesn't look too bad, but I also needed to see the area of what it looked like anyways to see how good the clearance was from the heatsink and the dies. Hopefully got good connections. It looked alright for what I can tell. But who knows? I'm not a professional. I'm also just doing this on my side time as a little hobby. Hey, I think it did alright for the little budget I did for it. Now this is what the board looks like. It already looks like someone's been in here before because there's different thermal pads, which is kind of a nice thing for my case, so I don't actually have to do the upgrade on the thermal paste. I mean the pads. The paste was crusty. That definitely took some work. Got a little bit of the evidence right here to show you. That was a bit crusty is what I could say. Definitely did not like to come off. But it did. Hopefully the thermal paste I put on here, which if you care to know, which I believe I already said it before, but I'll show it again. Well, flip it around for you guys to read it too if you need to. All thermal paste. Seems to be doing pretty good for my case. I'm always using it on a lot of different other computer hardwares, mainly desktops, but starting to dabble in this world of, I guess, laptops, mini computers, and stuff like that. It's definitely fascinating to say the least on how all this works. Pain in the butt too, because the way these wires work, you gotta put them underneath. Like, it's kind of weird how that works. Like, they have to go underneath, and then you kind of gotta slide it on. For me, I almost damaged it and made it worse because I didn't know that at the first when I first did this. But while I'm in here, I'm gonna be cleaning this out pretty good since I'm already in here. Definitely looks like it needs a good cleaning. Kind of weird how that works, but one side of these little fans, as you can tell, it's kind of already hanging already. Granted, I know my hand's holding that one. But this one has no little plastic clip on it, but this side does, which I find really interesting. See how this one looks. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, good thing I'm having a look at here. Just caked in it. Wow. I wonder why the thing was so hot. Look at all that. Looked like I just took it out of the dryer. Well, I know I'm gonna have to clean up my little layer. That's alright. Kinda already had that expected. I have to go take this to the garage real quick, blow it out, and see what I can do to detail it out real good before I put it all back in. Alright, well, I'm back from the garage trying to clean out this thing. It looks a lot better than it did. As you can tell, you can probably, ooh, I don't make a mess of myself trying to, but you can actually, yeah, kind of see fully through it now. It's a little harder to see, but looks like you can see it pretty well. This one was A little mucky to say the least. This one with the clip was probably worse than the other one, I'd say. But it looks a lot cleaner now. Now I'm about to try to made them all back together. Hopefully it works. No issues. Actually a lot better, a lot more efficient. That's for sure. But there's only one way we can find that out, right? So might as well get back at it. Yeah, I was trying to repair a little piece of the wire support that held a certain wire into a specific guide, but they didn't work as well for me. What's up? Giving you guys a little update since last time I touched the camera. It's probably been like 4, maybe 5 months since then. But the only thing I've done was just a thermal paste replacement. I didn't touch none of the pads. And it's been treating me surprisingly well for general use, doing a little bit of web browsing, YouTube, a few little things to search up every now and then. It's been great for casual use. But as soon as I get into games and stuff, it starts getting pretty intense with the thermals. I'm assuming it's part of just the design of this particular laptop. It's just constantly hot. But, we'll see. I got a few things that we'll be able to test to see if it makes a real difference on this computer. Not sure. But besides that, we got the little parts. I'll show you what's all in here. Got i7 with the 7 Gen 7 HQ. I know some model numbers are kind of weird with it. And this has 4 cores, 8 threads. Boosts pretty high on the speed ratings, considering what it says for clock speeds for stock. But computers are weird. 32 gigabytes of RAM in here, which is kind of nice. Don't need all of it, but it definitely is helpful for some of the things I've been using. And I'm still trying to figure out why I have why these two are in RAID. You guys can let me a little informational tab in the comment section below. That probably would be helpful. On a random note, though, I got the 1060 with the MaxQ design. I don't know if that makes any real big difference, like the Super and stuff like that. Sometimes it does, but it's with the 6 GB. I don't know if they make the 3 GB version of this in this, but that would be quite interesting to look at and see what the difference are. But for my case, this computer is treating me well. It has its limitations for sure, but everything has its limitations. And since I've just turned this computer on, it's been, what, maybe 15 minutes since then, according to what this says. 11:43 to now. Yeah, not even 10. Almost. But either way, just by me idling it, just showing you things on it, really. I've gotten a max temperature of 89 Celsius, which probably should correct that curve. We'll get the complete temperature, which is right here on this one. 91 according to what it says here. And that's obviously running got a really good spike here, but man, it's really touchy with its temperature. So it's got me wondering about the heatsink. I wonder if it's fully contacting or if it's just the pads. But I definitely will be figuring that out soon. But for now, this is just a little update to show you what was done to this computer. It's been treating me great. Surprisingly, I have no issues with it besides the certain thermal throttles, but we're going to be having a look at that in part 2 of this video. So if you guys want to watch that, stay tuned. I might be taking that up soon. This one took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I really was trying to get a good test on it to make sure it worked good before I kind of just posted a review doing it, if that makes sense. I want to make a legit review of what I've done besides just saying I did it and says it works. So hey, now this is my proof and evidence. This has been over quite some time. I don't know if I got evidence on any of the videos I got. I might, but we'll see. If not, oh well, I guess you'll have to take the word I got for it, because it's definitely been some time. With that, peace. Hope you guys enjoy this video.